team that needs to be worried about the other side making one more play is the hat that I'm wearing right now is the Knoxville collection from University Traditions. Tennessee Volunteers. They are having everyone pat them on the back. They're having everyone buy stock in them this season. They're having everybody on social media anoint Joe Milton as kind of the next coming. UTSA goes in week 4. Date is September 23rd. We don't know TV information on it quite yet. But the Roadrunners might be the biggest group of 5 challenge out there this season. Frank the Tank Harris is back. UTSA's got a really fun offense. Now they did lose Zachary Franklin, but they've got plenty of other skill position players that I think can take that mantle and run with it. Tennessee's defense didn't do much last year. Trey, like you said, Tennessee was not winning games because they were the 85 Bears stopping folks at the goal line. They were winning because they were scoring 50 points plus with Hendon Hooker. So you talk about a week 4 game, kind of your last peak before you go into the slog of conference schedules, and Tennessee has a tough one. I'm not saying UTSA is going to win this game, but that is about as brutal of a week 4 challenge as I think you're going to find out there. And the Roadrunners, I think, are going to be really dangerous.
Yeah, I don't know when Tennessee scheduled this game, how many years out this one was scheduled, but I highly doubt they were expecting this to be probably a top 25 matchup, if we're being honest, of what the
Yeah.
polls will look like week 4. Guys, this is also sandwiched between the Florida and South Carolina games for
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee. Florida is the week before, South Carolina is the week after, and then right after South Carolina, they have a bye. So, I mean, we don't have a time slot for this game yet. I'm assuming with the other games in the SEC that week, it's not going to be the marquee matchup. We could be looking at a 11 a.m. kick on the SEC network. Knoxville's still trying to wake up, and all of a sudden they look up and UTSA is giving them a run for their money. So I'm really excited to see. Frank Harris has gotten a couple of shots at Power 5 teams throughout his career at UTSA. They haven't always gone well for him. He's battled, but I don't know that he's necessarily had the full stable of talent around him. But man, this just feels like, you're like in year 2 or 3 in your NCAA dynasty with that small school that you're starting off,
Yep.
and you schedule that big non-conference opponent to go shock the world. And this feels like it could be a really, really fun coming out party for Frank Harris. There's going to, again, another game where there's going to be a lot of points scored, not a lot of defense being played, and who touches the ball last, it could come down to that in Knoxville.
Yeah, and if any team's on upset alert, it's got to be Tennessee here because I think Frank Harris is one of the best quarterbacks in the country. I think he's better than Joe Milton. I think that he will play better than Joe Milton in this game. And it's going to really be on if Tennessee has figured out anything close to a defense as to what happens in this game. I think that Frank is going to play very well in this game. And like you're saying, Trey, like this screams trap game. It's a night game against Florida in the swamp the week before. That's screaming tracking. It's a sleepy getting back. You're rolling into a Monday practice, and now it's time to look at film and to look at what is this team doing. And you've got, again, it's probably going to be the morning kick. And you've got a team in UTSA that has just joined a new conference, has taken a step up in terms of where they are sort of nationally, what their brand looks like nationally. They're moving in the right direction. And there's a lot of people that I think are picking them to win the AAC this year just because of how good they looked in previous years. They're a very good football team. I don't have the confidence right now to pick them outright, but this does feel like one of those where, yeah, you could be looking up at 12 o'clock and they've got a 14-0 lead going into the second quarter. And a bunch of Tennessee fans are like, all right, let's get it together. Where's the offense? All right, come on. Let's just do us. Let's do our thing.
Well, that
And
sounds
not
familiar.
realizing that, yeah, like this is a really good UTSA team who you cannot take lightly. Is Tennessee way more talented? Yeah, obviously. But they cannot take UTSA lightly in this spot.
Well, and the South Carolina game the next week. You don't think
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee has that one circled after what
Yeah.
happened last
Oh, yeah.
year?
It's a
That
revenge game, yeah.
this is a textbook trap game situation. You're absolutely right.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. I think the Roadrunners Roadrunners are going to earn a lot more national street cred, I think, in this game. It'll be exciting to watch.
Gracious, how about